saw them play all 4 of the games up there at that time. And,
they have been, we were playing so bad, it was awful to watch. And then about second half of the league, and they've been playing pretty good.
both their guards are very good.
Greyhound has been in a zone like I've never seen. He's like, so I'm crossing my fingers that I'd love for them to win, but I want this to be a close game. I mean, I want them to win, but they haven't won in the last 4 years.
Well, in Vista, what a surprise. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of more new schools and a lot of programs changing. So. You haven't seen Cathedral play, maybe?
Her club coach helps out.
Which one?
Cath? Yeah, that's her club coach.
Oh, nice.
So,
he's the quiet guy over there. No, what I'm telling you, he's coaching
Cathedral, because it's not his team, right?
Yeah.
So,
Get a rebound and go the way they want. I think there were too many opportunities that didn't happen. Alexa?
Our captains. Check, check, check. Oh. Which one are you doing the producing for? The last one? We done? If you find someone to switch with, I don't care. If you find someone to switch with, I don't care. Good afternoon and welcome back to Jenny Craig Pavilion on the campus of the University of San Diego, as we are moments away from the tip-off of the Division III title game between Cathedral Catholic and Mission Bay. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Andrew Jensen alongside James Bergenon here at Jenny. Long day.
Getting better, my friend. Getting better. Every game we go, getting a little bit better.
Midway through, we've been here all yesterday and today, and we've seen some great games, and this one is expected to be just the same. These two teams play in the same league, have faced each other twice already, and here we are again, the rubber match. We'll see what happens with these two guys.
Yeah, I expect this to be a really tight game. These first few games this morning have been tight till the halftime, till after halftime adjustments, and then gotten away from each of the respective opponents. But this one I expect to go right down to the wire, Andrew. And yet, like as you said, this is the rubber match. Both teams met twice before during the regular season, each going 1-1. Actually, Mission Bay lost at Cathedral, which was a 64-56 final score, and then they won at home, winning 63-58. So almost a reverse score, only a difference of 2 points. And only an 8-point deficit, or just win-loss deficit. So it's a tight game, both of those games. Both came down to the deciding factor was 8 points, as I just mentioned. And so today's game, I feel like, is going to come down to probably the last possession of the game now that the championship's on the line. Two tough teams, two great coach teams. The Buccaneers coming in at 19-7, and the Dons at an impressive 27-3 record. So look for this to be an exciting matchup. House is packed, and I'm ready to go.
Mission Bay and Cathedral Catholic. Cathedral Catholic is led by Xavier Williams, who is their star junior, acrobatic, and can make some tough shots, and is their go-to player. Meanwhile, Mission Bay will have Gerald Albritton, the senior, who is averaging close to 20 a game for Mission Bay. So those two are going to get their points. It's going to be who else steps up and who else can pick up the slack that the other two guys aren't doing.
Yeah, and I was talking to Coach Cunningham for the Cathedral Catholic Dons before the game, and one of the keys to his victories that he was saying was minimize the turnovers, and you just hit on Xavier Williams, X-Man, if you will. But this season, he has, over the season, 68 turnovers on the season. So that'll be a key to watch today to see how many turnovers he has, if he can minimize those and help to lead his Don team to a victory today in a CIF championship. The other thing for the keys for the Cathedral Catholic, rebound it, and no easy buckets for Mission Bay. And on the other side, Mission Bay needs a rebound, penetrate the lane, and drive hard to the basket. So a couple keys for both sides of the team, and looking for an exciting game as they get to their pregame dances right now.
It's funny, every team has their own different dance. Mission Bay is very similar to what Lincoln does. Every team has their own kind of their own thing, so to speak, of what they do and what works and what doesn't. And, it's all part of the game.
Yeah, it's a little fun. Makes it fun. That's why Coach Fish gets a lot of guys to go to San Diego State, because he lets them be themselves and have a lot of fun. And like to see these teams down here. At the end of the day, the games are games, and you got to have fun. Yes, it's serious. Yes, you want to win, but you also have to have fun, and that's part of it. And I like to see both teams having fun, doing a little dance, get loose before the game. So tip off, just about get underway.
Cathedral Catholic is the home team. They are the higher seed, so they're the designated home team. They're in their white with red and gold trim. Meanwhile, Mission Bay in their road black with the gold and white trim. And we are just about ready for tip-off here at Jenny Craig Pavilion for the Boys Division III San Diego Section Championship game. And we are underway. Cathedral Catholic wins the tip. And it is Michael Rosenberg who has the ball right now over to Williams. Xavier Williams is the guy you want to keep an eye out for.
Mission Bay defense will play mostly zone defense, 65% zone, and 65% man, and they'll go to zone every now and then. So look for a lot of man-to-man matchups today right here.
And the ball looked like was kicked out of bounds by Mission Bay, but they're going to say it stays with them. And the Buccaneers will inbound from the side.
And on offense, Mission Bay likes to run a few sets. They like to pass the ball. Ball movement's huge in their game. Like you just seen right there to get that open three. And they'll do a few ball screens and stuff, so the pick and roll is a big part of their game.
Missed three, and Cathedral pushing down the other way. It's Rosenberg set and using a pick from Michelle. Rosenberg turns the ball over, and Mission Bay looking to push. That's James Cloud. Cloud gets it over to Pettis Wilson, and knocked away Cathedral comes up with it.
And if you'll notice, folks at home watching Cathedral Catholic, they like to run an up-tempo type of offense on isolations and dribble penetration. So this should be a quick game. Both teams like to penetrate and drive. We should be going up and down. It should be a little bit of showtime here today, this afternoon with both these teams. Should be a high-scoring game once they get into it.
Rosenberg comes up with the steal for Cathedral.
Both teams just need to settle down a little bit, let their nerves calm down, get a basket, get a bucket, and everything will calm down a little bit. And right now, 6:35 to go in the first period. Not either one of the teams have gotten on the board.
Knocked out of bounds. It will stay with Cathedral, and that's kind of been a common theme throughout this whole weekend. Is it takes a couple minutes for these teams to get used to the bigger environment, bigger gym, and playing in this. And once the nerves kind of settle down a little bit, then the flow starts to happen. And that's been pretty much the theme the entire game, or entire weekend. So we have Brandon Michelle will be inbounding from underneath after the ball was knocked out. Just gets it inbounded, gets it to Williams.
And that's not a backcourt violation for you watching at home, folks, because he took it out of bounds from the baseline. So you can throw it into the backcourt to get into the inside.
Yeah, and he didn't
inbounds.
He didn't get possession of it until he was on the other side of the court, which is legal. Mission Bay shot off the side. Fight for the loose ball, goes out of bounds. It will stay with the Buccaneers. And with 6:11 left in the first quarter, still scoreless.
Talking to Coach Kane before the game, he said his X factors might be James Cloud and Dylan Haller. So folks at home watching, keep an eye on those two guys. And then Jared Albitron averages about 19 points per game, so he's their star player from Mission Bay.
Shot up and good. Three-point shot is drilled.
And on point, on call, 19 points a game, and he hits it.
Knocked out of bounds. It will go back to Mission Bay. So Cathedral right now having a tough time even getting a shot off. 5:45 left here in the first quarter. DJ Mabratu bringing the ball up.
Yeah, Coach Kane and Mission Bay, they're on defense. They like to pressure the ball, and that's what they like to do. And the same goes for Cathedral Catholic. They want to get some pressure on them, and but they'll play more of a 2-2-1 type of zone 60% of the time, as you'll see. So dribble penetration is going to be huge for Mission Bay to dribble, penetrate that zone, and then kick out to the open man, either on the wing or the elbow, and find that, or in the corner and find that open guy. That's going to be huge. That'll be a key factor for all you all watching at home today.
Albritton at the line shooting two, and the first one is off the back of the rim, no good.
Yeah, he's got a great stroke from behind the arc, but at the free throw line, it looked pretty flat. He needs to get a little bit more arc on that, get his legs under him a little bit, and a little bit more rotation on that ball. But he's got a nice stroke for the youngster. That's a better one looking right there.
And he drills it. That's 4 points.
You can see the difference at home with that shot compared to the previous free throw, whereas it looked like a straight line drive, hits the back of the rim and out. That one with a little more arc and bottom of the net.
Shot up for Mission Bay, and finally they get on the board after Nikisha Federico flips it up and in. And 4-2 is our score. We have a whistle away from the play, and that will be going against Cathedral. And I believe that's going to get called on Parker Holland. That'll be his first personal. 5:11 left here in the first quarter, just underway. 4-2, Mission Bay has the lead. Mounded over to Albritton. Albritton, wide open look from the top of the key, drills it.
And that's exactly what you want to do, and that's exactly what their offense is predicated on. Ball movement and finding the open man. Great job right there by Mission Bay, and knocking down the three is Gerald Albitron. Second one of the game for him.
7-2, Mission Bay leads. Pass down low, knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with Cathedral.
And right now, Albitron has scored all 7 points for Mission Bay Buccaneers, so he's definitely the star to watch today, folks.
.436 here in the first as we have some substitutions coming in for Cathedral. That's all taken care of, and play will resume. Ball knocked away. Dons are able to get it back. And Xavier Williams
averaging about 12.3 points per game.
Has the ball poked away, and it is Mibratu who has it. Swings it over to Pettis Wilson. Count it. He scores it and one.
And that's a fantastic play by the youngster Kennard Hassan with an and one. But that's from the Cathedral Catholic Dons. He's got Coach Coach Cunningham cannot be too happy with Xavier Williams' play right there, getting a little lackadaisical and took his eye off the defender and letting him get in position to poke the ball away in an easy bucket on the other side, and then to top it off an and one.
Mission Bay, or Cathedral, wants to talk it over, so Cathedral calls the timeout. 9-2, Buccaneers on top here on CIF San Diego.tv.
You can watch highlights or replay of today's game in our on-demand section. You can also buy a DVD or Blu-ray of today's game right on CIF San Diego.tv. Click on Buy a DVD and you can order today's game right now. Have a game that lasts a lifetime. Brought to you by CIF San Diego.tv. Looking for a great place to advertise your business while reaching the greater high school community? Then you want to advertise on CIF San Diego.tv. We have great rates for your business while giving you the opportunity to get your message out to a very important demographic. For more information, give us a call at 619-677-3246.
So 4:15 left here in the first quarter. It's been all Mission Bay in the early going. We're just barely halfway in, but Mission Bay has really controlled the tempo in this one up to this point, as they have a 9-2 lead.
Hassan steps to the free throw line, see if he can knock down a pair right here.
Free throw is up, and he does knock the free throw down to complete the three-point play.
Good looking shot by the youngster. Nice spin on the ball and nice arc.
10-2, Mission Bay have the lead.
Cathedral coming out playing a little bit sloppy right now. Just think a little bit of nerves, need to settle down. Just get into their offense, make a couple baskets.
Williams gets a pass out to Holland. He puts up a three, not even close, and the rebound is over to Mission Bay. Three-point shot won't go. And the rebound now is to Rosenberg of Cathedral.
That was a good look for Mission Bay right there. Just didn't fall.
Nice move, and Williams is fouled heading to the basket. He should be going to the line shooting two.
I think Albitron was called for the foul.
Xavier Williams at the line, shooting two, trying to get his first points of the game. First one up, and no good, rims out.
Again, a little flat on the shot right there. Just needs to get a tiny bit more of an arc, and that ball will fall in the hole.
Free throw is up for Williams, and he gets the second one. 10-3, Mission Bay has the lead, and now we have a media timeout. So with 3:37 left in the first quarter, Mission Bay up by 7, 10-3.
Want to have your game broadcast live on the internet and be able to watch it again and again on demand while making money for your sports program? Want to give your students the opportunity to create their own broadcast for your school's athletic events? Then contact us at info@kbcsports.com. We offer season packages for schools, a full curriculum for your students, and an opportunity to raise up to $10,000 for your sports program. Again, that's info@kbcsports.com, or call us at 619-677-3246. KBCSports.com and the Play On Sports Network also showcases great high school games every week. And now you can access our content using multiple platforms. Follow us on Facebook, get the latest KBC and Play On news on Twitter, or catch our highlights in high definition on YouTube. All of our content can now link to your favorite social media site. Share all the high school action you see every week, brought to you by your home for high school sports, KBCSports.com and Play On Sports.
Andrew Jensen alongside James Bergenon here at Jenny Craig Pavilion on the campus of the University of San Diego. And right now it's been all Mission Bay in the early going, just about halfway through this first quarter, but Mission Bay has controlled the tempo.
You know, in the Cathedral, I don't expect Cathedral Catholic to be hold down for long. They average about 68.5 points per game. So they will get their shots. They just need to settle down a little bit right here, weather this early storm by Mission Bay, and just get into their offense, and they'll be just fine.
Bratu has the ball for Mission Bay, now at Albritton. He'll fire a long jump shot, won't go. Offensive rebound, put up and misses. Another offensive rebound, this time score it from James Cloud, and he gets his first bucket of the game.
And a great job on the offensive glass by Mission Bay. Second and third opportunities right there. That will just demoralize the defense.
Xavier Williams drives, his shot is short, fighting for the loose ball, and Mission Bay is able to come up with it. Mission Bay going to push. Ball knocked away, wide
Dunk
open.
alert.
Layup for Nikisha Federico, his 4th point of the game, and the lead is now 12-5 for Mission Bay.
Should have been dunk alert, but 2-4, I don't think he has too much hops.
3-point shot up, and shot won't go, and controlled by Cathedral on the rebound. Rosenberg has it, leading the break, puts up a tough shot off the glass, won't go. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it will.
And all the officials are looking at each other. Nobody wants to make a call. All three are still looking at each other. Somebody make a call. Great effort on the offensive glass by the Dons. 3-2. Parker Holland making an impact, coming in and getting the offensive glass. Ball went off Mission Bay, and we'll stay with the Dons.
Michelle getting the ball inbounded. Tough turnaround shot. No good, but a foul.
I believe the foul was on 32, Vince Petties Wilson.
And that's going to send Nick Prunty to the line to shoot 2, the junior.
.2:14 to go in the first period. 12-5. Mission Bay on top of Cathedral Catholic. Make that 12-5 still. See if you can make the second free throw right here.
Second one up, and second one is good.
Cuts the lead to half.
So Prunty gets on the board. Getting 1 of 2. And a tough shot.
Ooh.
And a little bit of elbow thrown there.
Yeah, you got to be careful right there. They'll call a tech, and that would be 2 shots on the ball.
And that's the second on Parker Holland. And Petties Wilson at the line trying to extend this lead here. Mission Bay up by 6 with 2:07 left in the first quarter. First one up and good. Gets the roll. Throw up and free throw good. Knocks them both down. He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line. And Mission Bay has an 8-point lead. Pass down low. Rosenberg, tough shot, can't get the roll. Fight for the loose ball. Mission Bay comes up with it.
Yeah, Mission Bay defense is just swarming all over the court. They are doing a fantastic job on the defensive side.
3-point shot rims out from Mission Bay's Jared Kane, the junior guard.
We got 3-on-1 right here.
And the shot is up and in by Rosenberg.
A lot of contact on that and no call by the official. Letting them play.
14-8. Turnaround shot, fadeaway is good. Tough shot there by Vince Petties Wilson. He has 7 points here in this opening quarter.
Yeah,
7 of the 16 of Mission
Yeah, that's
Bay.
a great job getting the ball down on the low block and nice little turnaround fadeaway jumper and put the biscuit in the basket and nice 2 points for Mission Bay.
Haller swings over a long 2-point shot from Cloud and drills it right now. Mission Bay is just on cloud 9.
Yeah,
after
they
that
can't
shot.
miss right now. Everything they put up is going in, and give them credit. Their defense is leading to easy buckets, and their passing is creating easy opportunities for them on outside on the perimeter and down low on the block. So good job by Mission Bay all around right now starting this game.
Rosenberg on the wing, 18-8 with 28 seconds left. Pass up top. Three-point shot is well short from Cathedral's Holland.
Yeah, Mission Bay's got to be shooting like 90% or something crazy like that right now.
And a backcourt violation.
And that's probably the first thing they've done wrong with 16.7 seconds to go in the first period.
And Mission Bay, or Cathedral inbound here, they can hold for the final shot with 16.7 remaining in the first quarter.
And as poorly as Cathedral shot this first period, they're only down 10 right now. So if they get a bucket right here before the period expires, it'll only cut it to 8, possibly 7.
Tough shot by Rosenberg. Gets the shot to go, only down 8. 3 seconds left, down to 2. A shot at the buzzer is up and no good off the side of the backboard. Dylan Holler gave it a heave, but couldn't convert. 18-10. Mission Bay leads after 1.
Need a highlight video for your athlete? Working to earn that 4-year scholarship? Then you want to contact kbcsports.com. We can provide a recruiting video for any athlete in any sport. Not only that, but we give you your own recruiting page right on our website. No more mailing DVDs to colleges. Instead, email coaches a link to your personal page. For more information, including pricing, contact us at recruits@kbcsports.com or call us at 619-677-3246. Catch the best of the San Diego section basketball on CIF San Diego.tv. You can watch a replay of today's games after each one concludes. Plus, check out game highlights, player of the game interviews, and more. Or order a DVD or Blu-ray disc of today's game. We are your home for basketball in San Diego. CIF San Diego.tv.
Andrew Jensen alongside James Bergenon here at Jenny Craig Pavilion, along with our producer Megan Coffey and videographer Miles Sweet here at USD. Glad you're with us wherever you may be listening from.
Got a pretty packed house here today for this game right now. It's been the largest crowd we've had of today.
Whenever Cathedral shows up somewhere, it's crowded.
They travel well.
Yeah,
yes,
no matter where you go, they're at Qualcomm almost every year for football in finals, and it seems like Qualcomm is completely red for Cathedral fans. So Mission Bay will start the second quarter with the basketball once play resumes here. And Mission Bay will inbound. Mabratu gets the inbound pass. Knocked away. Kane's going to fire a 3 and rims out. Strong rebound by Xavier Williams.
The ball was in and out.
Deep 3, and that's going to be short from Cathedral, but an offensive rebound. Prunty fired that deep 3. Rosenberg has it now.
Punty was firing from an NBA range right there.
Rosenberg is hit, no whistle, and the rebound comes down to Mission Bay.
Punty's also a captain of the Cathedral Catholics and has taken 14 charges on the season.
Alberton drains along 2, and the shooting continues.
And the kid has just got a fantastic stroke. He just can't miss. Great looking young ball player right there, and he's got great rotation on his shot, got great lift with his legs, and a great form. The kid is just putting everything in the hole that he shoots.
Michelle, nice move to get in the paint. Puts up a floater, won't go. Loose ball, and it's controlled by Rosenberg and Cathedral. Now to Xavier Williams, Michelle for 3, and he got it.
It's a big-time 3 right there, much needed for the Cathedral Catholic Dons. Cuts the lead to 7, gets a little bit of momentum on their side. Great job. Big shot.
And Mission Bay still has a 7-point lead, 6.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Pass outside, long 2, rims out. Offensive rebound is put up and in from Mabratu.
Great job on the boards by Mission Bay, attacking and put with an easy put back and a nice, easy 2 points right there. That's exactly what Cathedral Catholic doesn't want to happen.
3-point shot up and again drains by Michelle.
And he just keeps going deeper and deeper and deeper.
And you can't let him start feeling it, otherwise you'll be in for a long evening. Ball is knocked away by Michelle. He's going to keep driving. Finds his man. Reverse layup is up and in. Score it by Parker Holland. And Mission Bay might need a timeout here.
That was a big-time play right there by Parker Holland, taking the pass and going. Reverse layup underneath the basket. Big time bucket for Cathedral.
Ball is knocked away, but Mission Bay comes back up with it. 20 on the shot clock. 5.5 to go. 22-18. Cathedral has stormed back. 3-point shot off the mark, and Michelle pulls down the rebound.
And unlike in the first quarter, now Mission Bay is having a little trouble with the shooting percentage.
He's wide open again. Another three. It is off the mark, and the rebound comes down to Xavier Williams. Williams fires over to the left side. 3-point shot from Prunty won't go, but he is fouled, and Prunty will head to the line to shoot three.
Yeah, ill-advised foul right there by number 4, Jared Kane for Mission Bay. Don't want to foul a 3-point shooter and send him to the line for 3 free shots, and not a second comes off the clock. And like I said, all they needed to do, Cathedral, was settle down and they could get themselves right back in this game. And now it's a 4-point game after they weathered that first period storm by Mission Bay.
Mission Bay calls a timeout as they have a 4-point lead with 5:06 left here in the first half.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by the San Diego Hall of Champions. The Hall of Champions, located in beautiful Balboa Park, is the nation's largest multi-sport museum with 3 levels of memorabilia and 68,000 square feet of space. It's also a great place to host your next big event. For more information, visit the Hall of Champions online at sdhoc.com. Today's game is also being brought to you by Susan Cooper Photography, the official photographer for the CIF San Diego section. Susan Cooper Photography provides quality team and action photos, and they can also provide trophies along with fundraising options, all in one great package. To have them come out to your game, contact Susan Cooper Photography at 619-501-7128 or visit them online at susancooperphotography.com.
I'm Andrew Jensen alongside James Bergenon here at Jenny Craig Pavilion as we are halfway through the day. Another couple more games after this will be the Division I boys and girls, which are shaping up to be good matchups as well. So right now, Mission Bay has a 4-point lead, but Cathedral's Nick Prunty's at the line to shoot 3, and we'll see what he can do and possibly chip away at this lead.
Yeah, if he can make all 3 of these, we'll have a 1-point game.
And Prunty knocks down number 1. Prunty getting set for his second attempt. Second one is up, and that one is no good. That rims out. 22-19, Mission Bay have the lead. And the third one from Prunty is good. 2 out of 3. And the lead is trimmed down to 2. Mabratu has the ball. Over to Cloud. Cloud runs in, puts up a shot with the left hand, won't go. An offensive rebound by Albert, and then he gets it to go. And Albert is one heck of a player.
Yeah, this kid has got definitely a bright future in his ahead of him.
24-20, Mission Bay back up by 4. Rosenberg from straight away. Over to Prunty. Prunty thought about the 3, dribbles it off his foot, but is able to get it back. Back now to Federico. Federico has it knocked away, and we're going to have a foul called going against Mission Bay.
Both teams diving all over the court. Like to see the hustle, like to see the sweat, like to see the blood. Good job. This is an intense game. 2 intense teams. Definitely want to get after each other. This is exciting and it's what we expected to see.
2 intense teams. They both come from the same conference, the Western League, so they're used to each other. Prunty for 3. Got it.
And the captain drains another one.
And Mission Bay's lead is down to 1.
And that's why he's a captain. When you need a big bucket in a big spot, he's your man.
Cloud fires a shot off the glass too hard. Michelle has the rebound. Over to Rosenberg. Rosenberg with the left. He's going to be whistled for a travel. Give it back to Mission Bay.
And in that first period, Cathedral Catholic was playing a lot of zone defense, and coincidentally, Mission Bay was scoring all the time. And they looked like they switched up their defense to man, and that's what's given Mission Bay a little bit trouble scoring in this second period right here.
Media timeout. Mission Bay on top by 1, 24-23, 3:50 left in the first half.
KBCSports.com will be providing live audio coverage of the state regional basketball championships as well as the finals. March Madness comes to high school basketball in California on March 17th for the regional basketball championships. 4 venues of coverage around the state. Then the following weekend, March 23rd and 24th, it's the California State Basketball Championships. You can catch it all right here on KBCSports.com, your home for high school sports. You can watch a highlight or a replay of today's game in our on-demand section. And you can also buy a DVD or Blu-ray of today's game right on CIFSanDiego.tv. Click on Buy DVD and you can order today's game right now. Have a game that lasts a lifetime. Brought to you by CIFSanDiego.tv.
So 3:50 left in the first half in a game which Mission Bay controlled in the early going, but Cathedral has stormed back and now trails only by 1, 24-23. Mission Bay still in their huddle. Cathedral already out on the floor waiting to get this going. They have the momentum. They want to start play again. And now Mission Bay will break the huddle and we'll resume play here in just a moment. And it's going to be Mission Bay basketball underneath. Mission Bay is able to get the ball inbounded to Albritton. Now Mabratu over to the left side. Now back to Mabratu. Driving is Batiste Wilson, who's kind of been quiet since his hot start. Shot from Albritton won't go, and thrown out of bounds. It goes right back to Mission Bay.
Yeah, a little bit sloppy right there on the offensive end after that rebound. Trying to hit his player going up the left side of the court, and an ill-advised pass over his head and out of bounds, and turnover, Mission Bay, or Cathedral.
And that's a horrible move there by Michelle, going in for the block, just hitting Mabratu across the back while he's trying for a long two-point jump shot.
Yeah, you definitely don't teach to block the shots from the backside, where that's going to happen 9 out of 10 times right there. Just trying to get a little bit too aggressive right there. Need to calm down, be a little bit smarter of a play rate. Going to send the Mission Bay Buccaneers to the line.
And Mabratu drills the first one. 25-23. Mission Bay up by 2. 3:20 left in the first half. Second free throw is up and good as well. Mission Bay leads here. 3:15. Cathedral has not led in this ball game. And they trail right now by 3. Xavier Williams has been quiet for the most part. 3-point shot well off the mark from Andrew Pereza, who's checked in. Another 3 is up. This one is perfect from Prunty.
And the captain drains another 3 and ties the score at 26-26 with 2:48 to go in the second period. Big time play by the captain. Big time play.
Check that. Federico is the one that shot the 3 a moment ago that missed, and Prunty knocked down the second one. Shot is up from Mission Bay. That won't go from Patrice Wilson.
Cathedral has a chance to take the lead for the first time today.
Wilson
right here.
spins, has the ball knocked away, and Mission Bay gets it back. Patrice Wilson lays it up and misses the layup. The rebound is controlled by Cathedral. Prunty gets the rebound. Now Federico has it on the left side. He's going to fire a 3, well short. Nobody was down there. Probably not the best shot in the world for Cathedral.
I don't think Federico's met a 3-point shot he doesn't like.
And just like that, Cloud lays it up and in and brings the lead back up.
The kid shooting from 35 feet.
Well, it's one thing if you're capable of shooting that shot, which I'm sure he is, which I know he is. But you fire that up when none of your players are down there to get the rebound. And a fresh shot clock. Now a fight for the loose ball.
Yeah.
A jump ball is called.
5 players on the ground diving it. Everybody wants the ball, and that's exactly what you like to see if you're a coach on either side right here. Fighting, diving, sweating. This is a championship game right here, and they're playing like it.
Arrow is pointing towards Cathedral. Timeout is called by Mission Bay. 28-26, Buccaneers lead, 1:47 left in the first half.
Want to have your game broadcast live on the internet and be able to watch it again and again on demand while making money for your sports program? Want to give your students an opportunity to create their own broadcast for your school's athletic events? Then contact us at info, that's INFO, at kbcsports.com. We offer season packages for schools, a full curriculum for your students, and an opportunity to raise up to $10,000 for your sports program. Again, that's info, INFO, at kbcsports.com, or call us at 619-677-3246. Catch the best, and we are going to catch the best of play right now.
About to resume play after the timeout, and Cathedral will have possession after that jump ball. The arrow is pointing their way, so Xavier Williams will inbound. Rosenberg, top over to Holland. Now back to Prunty.
Mission Bay playing man defense.
Rosenberg double teams, trying to get rid of it. No, a lot of contact, no whistle. And a flip up and in.
Nice job.
Tough shot. That was Brendan Ray.
Yeah, there's been a lot more contact in this game going uncalled than there has in the previous 3 games today. Letting these kids play a little bit, as they should.
1:13 left in the half. We're all tied at 28. Another fight for a loose ball, and I think we have another jump ball. This time the arrow is going towards Mission Bay.
This is exactly what I love to see. Bodies on the floor, diving for loose balls, scratching and clawing. And this is what a championship game should be all about.
And the referees, for the most part, are just letting them play, which is, like you said, that's fine. If you let them play, let them play. Alberton for 3. Got it. That's a long 2.
Smooth as silk. Butter, straight butter right there.
A long 2, and he is the leading scorer for both teams here. Leading scorer today with 13. Rosenberg lays it up and in. 46 seconds left in the half, all tied at 30.
This game is probably going to come down to that last possession, the way it's gone so far.
Tough shot. A long 2 by Vince Patrice Wilson.
And that's a big time shot right there. That's a next level Division I type shot.
Now Cathedral can hold for the final shot if they elect to do so. With 19 seconds left in the half, Prunty has it. Back up to Rosenberg. They're right in front of the half-court line. Down to 12 seconds.
2 to tie, 3 to take the lead.
Ball is knocked away. Prunty comes up with it. And timeout is called by Cathedral with 7 seconds left in the half. Mission Bay on top by 2, 32-30 here on CIF San Diego.tv.
Now we'll catch the best of San Diego section basketball on CIF San Diego.tv. You can watch a replay of today's game after each one concludes. Plus, check out game highlights, player of the game interviews, and more. Order a DVD or a Blu-ray disc of today's game. We are your home for basketball in San Diego. CIF San Diego.tv.
So 7 seconds left before halftime. It is Cathedral basketball. We'll see what they draw up. Right now, it's I would say Prunty would be the guy you want to try to find. He has 2 threes in this quarter, 9 points for the game. Brandy Michelle had a couple threes earlier in the ball game and hasn't taken a shot here in a little while.
Yeah, probably see a nice little isolation right here for one of their players with 7 seconds to go.
That's Prunty, and Prunty is trying to find his man cutting, but the ball is knocked away, and we have a whistle, a travel with 1 second left. We'll give Cathedral one final chance to heave it up here. Good call by the official.
The Cathedral fans are giving it to the Mission Bay player over there on the far sideline.
So 1 second left. Rosenberg will inbound on the side. And Rosenberg looking, trying to find Prunty coming off the screen, gets it to Prunty, turns around, fires at the buzzer, off the back of the rim. Came close.
Holy smokes.
Couldn't knock it down, so that will do it for the first half. 32-30, Mission Bay has the lead here on CIF San Diego.tv. Stay tuned, we'll be back with the second half in just a bit.
3:16 left to go in this ball game. I formation, 3rd and 3 from the 45 of the Wolverines. And this time, holy cow! Dion almost hands it to the Westview player. He's going to run us to the 5-10. Touchdown, Wolverines! How did that happen? That was
Snyder.
Holy cow! He was in the backfield before the running back could even get the handoff. He took the handoff from Dion.
He took the ball right out of Dion's hands and just...
Holy cow!
Can't say I've seen that one very often.
Snyder comes shooting in from the A-gap. I think Dion froze when he saw him. He's ready to hand off to his running back. He froze when he saw him and just let him have the ball. 12 seconds to go.
Oh, you could hear a pin drop.
5, 4, 3, 2. Get the snap off. Last play of the game. Brewster rolls right. Gets away from 2 sacks. Dons win. Sack at the 20-yard line. What a game.
And number 40, Lucas Zinder with the game-saving sack. And there is heartbreak on one sideline and a jubilation on another.
Offset eye for the Grizzlies as Keeney takes it under center. They'll send a man in motion, pitch back to Bird on the sweep. Bird finds a seam. He might go, folks. 20, 15, 10. Drags a tackler. Touchdown! Bird goes 38 yards for the touchdown on the sweep. One more snap is all it's going to take, and there you have it, folks. Your 2011 Division I Sac Joaquin section champions, the Granite Bay Grizzlies, as they defeat Pleasant Grove 30-24.
Jacqueline Williamson. Her serve is over. Dug by Holt. Giblin going back to Holt near side. Cut shot, kept alive, back and one by Cathedral. And this one is out as Caston on Hill sends it wide. And the Cathedral Dons have won the title 16-14 in Game 5.
Thomas with the ball, swings it out to Norris. Cameron Taylor tried to block that one away. Norris with a strong take, blocked by B.J. Anya. Huge block. Robinson leading the break the other way, gets it to Grant. Slam dunk Jeremy Grant off the feed from James Robinson. What a play by the Stag.
Hancock to his immediate left. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Hancock on a counter right side. He's inside the 10. He bounces off a tackler at the 10, the 5. Touchdown Helix. And behind Hancock, the field is littered with white jerseys on the turf.
Wow. Hancock not to be outdone by his fellow playmakers on offense. Put on a show on that short 12-yard touchdown run. Looked like he was down after 3 yards, just threw a defender on the ground.
As sophomore Chris Carter steps under center. In their tight wing formation, Lycos in motion. Second back through is Freeman. Freeman just knocking people over. Look at him run, breaks through, 4 tackles, and now it's just a foot race to the end zone. And Freeman's going to go the distance. Touchdown Imperial on the first play of the second half. 2nd and 6 for Imperial from their own 47. They're going to give it to Freeman again off the left side. And Freeman gets by one wave and down across the 40-yard line. Still on his feet. Look at him run down to the 20-yard line. One man to beat. Gets by him. Touchdown Freeman. How did he do that? Holy cow. 64-yard touchdown run. His 5th of the game. Royce Freeman, ladies and gentlemen, you're about to see the top rushing and the as I look over to our partners at KXO Radio, the top rusher in the San Diego section for the next 2 years.
That's just amazing. That is just amazing. They hit him in the backfield. They hit him at the line of scrimmage. They hit him a couple yards downfield. They hit him again near the goal line.
No 5-second count can be started. Nobody was close enough defensively. Lyle's going to swing left side. Robinson. Here is a backdoor lob for Grant. They've been wanting that all game. And they got it, 50-42. They lulled you to sleep, and then they hit Grant on the back door.
They trail by 2. McMorrow's kick is on the way, and it is good. St. Augustine has their first lead of the game, 21-20 with 25 seconds to play. The senior McMorrow with a huge kick Not the longest of his career, but the biggest of his career. St. Augustine leads it 21 to
already
20.
lining up. They won't even have to run that one more play. They just acquiesce.
Why
Here you
bother?
go. So there you have it. Your 5-time defending Division III champions, the Cathedral Catholic Dons, running up, over, and through Olympian 41-0 here from Qualcomm Stadium.
Patriots down 21-17. Great ball game here. Dillon taking it, looking right, throwing it up top to Gaines. It will be caught by Gaines. Oh my goodness. It looked like the defender had it, but Gaines stole it away from him. Jason Gaines, are you kidding me, my friend? Oh boy. It looked like for sure we had an interception by the Tories, but as they both were going to the ground, Jason Gaines just wrestled it away from him. Shane Dillon to Jason Gaines on an 11-yard play.
Fanchen in the game, now out, replaced by Hayashi, the libero for defense. Wenzel serve, championship point, ball up in the air. Hayashi's going to bring it back. Richards, deep one, over and 3. Free opportunity, look for Wallace, no, they go Becker. Hayashi, then tap over and 2 by Hollingsworth. Now look for Wallace for the match.
Kathleen Wallace, no better way for the Bulls to finish it than giving it to their senior leader.
25-12, 25-15, and with 8 straight points to close out their 3rd straight D5 championship on a kill by Kathleen Wallace, 25-21 in Game 3. Branson has won the D5 title.
To the backfield, it's Hernandez and Northcutt. Set to throw is Thomas, has time, goes for the home run. It's intercepted in the end zone. Seemed like they tried to go to Martin, and Martin slipped. Stockton, Hilmar, and Escalon. That's going to do it, folks. Victory formation, take a kneel. The clock comes out. The clock will tick down. The players jumping up at midfield. I think I see a Gatorade. Did we have a Gatorade shower?
We most certainly did. Casey Taylor getting the shower there. Very much deserved.
Down to 12.
Great tackle there by Ronald Williams there to make the stop for Helix.
And the Helix fans are starting to celebrate here. This is going to be the final play. 5 seconds. Pow will hand it off. And they're going to get in the end zone. Touchdown. That's Keegan who gets in, but that's going to be the end of the ball game. 44-6 will be the score. So Oceanside scores on the final play of the ball game.
And gets a consolation prize just to make this is kind of say that, hey, we didn't get shut out.
So 44-6 is your score. And Helix is celebrating on the sideline. Oceanside streak of 7 straight championship games has been ended.
2 minutes and 5 seconds left on the clock. Clock rolling, 3rd down and 15 for the Patriots. Dillon, he's got time, steps up. He's going to chuck it deep. He's got a man open. Seth Collins with a diving catch. He hauls it in at the 25. Oh, my goodness.
I'll tell you right there. Dillon goes to show why he is a Division I prospect as he's able to step up, elude the pressure, see Collins down the field, and make the connection. As I'll tell you right now, there has not been a bigger catch for Seth Collins this entire season.
Fans nervously wait on the far side. Trips right. Vernon, the lone receiver to the left. Troy Zine rolls right. Here we go. And he's going to be... Oh, he gets away, but can't get away from the second slew. Vacaville takes over on downs, and the crowd erupts. So does the sideline. Got to watch it. Got to watch the sideline here.
Yeah,
Remember,
really
they were up
stepped
35-26. 2 unanswered touchdowns. That's going to do it, folks. Your 2011 Division II Sac Joaquin Section champions, the Vacaville Bulldogs. They win 39-35 in a
3rd and 4 from the 24-yard line. If this kick is made, I think I know who our player of the game is, unless Escalon can pull a rabbit out of the hat. Snap down. Hole is good. Kick from Bancourt. It's through the uprights. It is good. Bancourt gets lifted up by his holder. Hillmore is up 20-17 with 19.5 seconds left. The fans across from us on the Hillmore side of things, waving their yellow and green pom-poms, or should I say gold and green pom-poms, reaching decibel levels unheard of right now. They're ecstatic. They're juiced. Their team has a 3-point lead and is on their way to winning this Sac Joaquin Section Division IV championship against a hated rival, getting revenge from an earlier loss this year.
3-point game.
Down to 5 seconds. Wilson from straight away fires a three. Go! And that will send it to overtime as Wilson drains the three at the buzzer.
Straight on look, and he got it for that big bucket.
Caroline Martin to serve. Is third time the charm for Palo Alto. Martin over, dug by Irvin. Lauren, backside, Bedard Ghani, long, and that's the ball game. And Palo Alto comes from behind. They were down 13-8 in game 5. They win it 17-15.
Now 2nd and 13 for the Dons from their own 24-yard line. Bogart's 3-step drop now flushed out. He's rolling to his right. Looking downfield, lofts it to Hines. Hines with an amazing grab. Did he get that in bounds? He's still in bounds, running by himself to the 10-5 touchdown. Wow. Unbelievable catch. An Olympian.
Welcome back to CIF San Diego TV. It's a long day, folks.
Yes sir.
Excuse me.
It has.
And we are just about to start the third quarter with Mission Bay on top of Cathedral, 32-30. And what, like you mentioned right before the end of the first half, this has all the makings to come down to a final shot. I mean, this is two heavyweights going at it. And it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, definitely, Andrew. And anyone out there watching and listening, if you all drop by Starbucks and come to the Jenny Craig Pavilion, you can drop off 2 venti quad shot coffees for me and my partner over here to give us a little energy to get through the rest of the 6 hours that we have to call on games. But no, you're right. This game is going to come down to the wire. It's a 2-point game right now. I expect this to be a last-second shot. And Al Britton for Mission Bay has just been on fire tonight. Has lived up to everything that the coaches and media have told us coming into the game, averaging 19 points per game. And I think he's already at his average or right around his average so far, and we got a half to go.
So we are underway here in the third quarter. Michael Rosenberg has the ball for Cathedral. Using a pick, it's in the paint. Tough shot, creates contact, no whistle, and that's, well, now as I say that, the whistle comes in late, but I think it was after the shot.
Yeah, and a really quick first half because the officials kept those whistles in their pockets and let these boys play a little bit and bang shoulders and little contact right here and dive after balls. It's been a great first half, and I'd like to see a more physical second half.
Rebound. Oh, nice block there by Michelle. Just throws that out.
Get out of my house, he says.
Michelle got up, and that was clean. But Mission Bay will retain possession as they are clinging into a 2-point lead just underway here in the third quarter. Tough shot and a foul on the jump shot.
And a nice little set play, out of bounds play. Had the ball guard coming around off the screen and inbound it to him. And nice job, but it'll fade away and got hit on the elbow, and he'll be sending the line for 2. See if he can extend this lead to a 34-30 game.
Padis Wilson will be at the line shooting. That's the coach's worst nightmare is fouling a jump shooter. As misses the first free throw.
A little flat on that attempt.
Yeah, that was a tough shot. He was covered, and you bailed him out there by fouling him at the end. Second free throw is up and good. Knocks 1 out of 2. And the lead increases by 3, 33, or increases to 3, 33-30. Rosenberg
playing man defense.
Swings it out. Williams has been quiet in that first half and scores there, but they're going to wipe it off the foul. He was fouled before the shot. I expect to see Williams a little bit more aggressive in the second half.
Yeah, the X-Man right now
only has 1 point.
Yeah, he's got to step it up, and he's one of their leaders on their team, and he's got to have a big game for them to or a productive game for them to come out victorious here tonight.
There's Williams. He goes baseline. Swing up top. Michelle for three. Short. Rebound comes down to Mission Bay. Patisse Wilson has it. He has numbers. And that's going to be a charge. That is a big spill. Two guys hit the floor hard, but that was the right call by the official.
Yeah, definitely. And that's a bad play by...
He had a man right there.
Yeah, exactly. All he had to do is dump it off right there, and it would have been an easy 2 points. But instead, he tries to make the flashy play and go up and over the defender for the and one potentially. And
yeah, definitely. I mean, you had numbers, and you have to dish that one off right there when the defender is clearly set. So Williams will drive in, has the ball knocked away, and Mabratu has it. He's all alone, will lay it up and misses the layup, but he was fouled, so he'll head to the line and shoot two.
Yeah, missing the wide open layup, but yes, like you said, will go to the line. And even more impressive on there was Vince Pettis Wilson, who had the follow up on that missed shot and almost dunked it home right there. That would have been a pretty nice highlight if they didn't get called off.
So Baratu at the line. He is 2 for 2 at the line already today. And make that 3 for 3 as he knocks the first one down. 34-30, Mission Bay on top by 4. 6:42 left here in the third quarter in this Division III Boys Championship game. Baratu knocks down the second one as well.
And Mission Bay looking to do it La Jolla Country Day did earlier, the girls winning their championship and the boys following up with a championship previous to this game, or prior to this game was the women's Mission Bay winning the CIF championship, and the Mission Bay boys are looking to follow that one up with one of their own.
Rosenberg misses a tough shot. Mabratu has it, swings it over. Patisse Wilson. Now over back to Mabratu. Thought about the three. Now he's going to fire and gets it, but it's a long two.
And that's a nice job right there. He was going to dish it off, but the defender didn't follow. Left him wide open at the elbow and steps up 18 feet, knocks it down. Great job by the Mission Bay.
And Cathedral Catholic calls a timeout as they are trailing by 7, 37-30 with 6:11 left in the third.
KBCSports.com and the Play On Sports Network showcases great high school games every week, and now you can access our content using multiple platforms. Follow us on Facebook, get the latest KBC and Play On news on Twitter, or catch our highlights in high definition on YouTube. All of our content now can link to your favorite social media site. Share all the high school action you see every week. Brought to you by your home for high school sports, KBCSports.com and Play On Sports. Need a highlight video for your athlete working to earn that 4-year scholarship? Then you want to contact KBCSports.com. We can provide recruiting video for any athlete, any sport. Not only that, but we give your own recruiting page right on our website. No more mailing DVDs to colleges. Instead, email coaches link to your personal page for more information, including pricing. Contact us at recruits@kbcsports.com or call us at 619-677-3246.
Michelle gets the inbound pass. Cathedral started out the first half kind of in a slump as well, and before they kind of turned it on and kind of following suit here. Prunty for three. Misses that one badly, and the rebound is down to Mission Bay. Mission Bay going to push. Alberton has it. Now a three is up in the air, short from Haller, but an offensive rebound. Alton Bratu thought about the three, back to Alberton. He pump fakes, fires a three off the side of the backboard, and the rebound is controlled by Cathedral.
Got a 2-on-1 opportunity right here.
Michelle, tough layup attempt. Can't get it, but an offensive rebound by Federico, and he is fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, both teams are starting out a little cold right here in the second half. Mission Bay's most of their points coming on the foul line. Cathedral still hasn't scored in the second half, I don't believe so. With 5:27 to go in the third period, and they'll look for the first point right here at the free throw line.
And they miss it,
and
the free throw is no good.
Can feel the tension building on the Cathedral Catholic sideline right now to get their first point in the second half.
Federico knocks down 1 of 2. Alberton loses control of it. Michelle picks up the loose ball. Drives in, uses the glass, and that should be a goaltend. It is a goaltend.
Yeah.
37-33 the score now.
Yeah, you called it. The goaltend, once the ball, folks, hits the backboard, you can't touch it. You got to let the ball travel to the bucket, and Mission Bay went up and tried to block the shot after it touched the backboard, so that's why, therefore, it was a goaltend.
Alberton loses it, and Cathedral on the other end is fouled as they're trying the fast break. Not necessarily a bad foul. Now Cathedral will inbound from the side. 5:07 left here in the third. Mission Bay up by 4, 37-33.
Looks like Mission Bay is coming out in man defense.
Shot is up. Three-pointer is drained by Michelle.
Yeah, Mission Bay did not rotate properly on the defense right there. Left his man wide open. Thought they were going to switch. He did not switch, and therefore Cathedral Catholic was left wide open for a three-point range ball and knocked it down.
37-36, 4:42 left in the third. Here comes Cathedral. Albert in a deep three. Got it!
And you got to go over the screen on that. Instead, Cathedral Catholic went underneath the screen and left Albritton wide open for three-point.
And now the ball is knocked away. Mission Bay comes up with it, and a foul is going to be called against, I believe that's going to go against Hollins. Mission Bay will inbound from the side. They have a 4-point lead, 40-36.
Yeah, both teams are a little sloppy here to start the second half. Look for them to tighten it up, both on the defense and offensive side.
Ball is inbounded. Mebradu crosses over, gets in the paint, and flips it up, misses the shot, and the rebound comes down to Cathedral's Parker Hollins.
Missed the shot, but nice dribble penetration by Mission Bay right there.
Federico has the ball stripped away, and it will stay with Cathedral. Xavier Williams will check in along with Rosenberg. 4:04 left here in the third. Ball is inbounded, knocked away, and it'll stay with Cathedral. Hollins has it. Swings it over to Prunty. Xavier Williams still only with 1 point in this ball game. And Holland will drive in, and he is fouled. He'll head to the line to shoot two. So 3:50 left in the third, and Cathedral trails by 4, but Holland at the line trying to cut this deficit in half.
And really, to this point right now, the X-Man, Xavier Williams, hasn't really been too much of a factor in this game. Coming into the game, he's a leading scorer for Cathedral Catholic at 12.3 points per game. Shoots 42% from the field, but Mission Bay's done a fantastic job limiting his opportunities and keeping him to a minimal impact on this game scoring-wise.
Holland knocks them both down. We have a media timeout, 40-38. Mission Bay leads with 3:50 left in the third.
Catch the best of San Diego section basketball on CIFSandiego.tv. You can watch a replay of today's game after each one concludes, plus check out game highlights, player of the game interviews, and much more. Or order a DVD or Blu-ray disc of today's game. We are your home for high school basketball in San Diego, CIFSandiego.tv. Today's broadcast is brought to you by the San Diego Hall of Champions. The Hall of Champions, located in beautiful Balboa Park, is the nation's largest multi-sport museum with 3 levels of memorabilia and over 68,000 square feet of space. It's also a great place to host your next big event. For more information, visit the Hall of Champions online at sdhoc.com. Today's game is also being brought to you by Susan Cooper Photography, the official photographer for the CIF San Diego section. Susan Cooper Photography provides quality team action photos and can also provide trophies along with fundraising options all in one great package. To have them come out to your event, contact Susan Cooper Photography at 619-501-7128, or you can visit them online at susancooperphotography.com. KBCSports.com will also be providing live audio coverage of the state regional basketball championships as well as the finals. March Madness comes to high school basketball championships in California on March 17th for the regional basketball championships. 4 venues of coverage around the state. Then the following weekend, March 23rd and 24th, it's the California State Basketball Championships. You can catch it all right here on KBCSports.com, your home for high school sports.
So coming out of the timeout, it will be Mission Bay basketball after the 2 free throws were made by Parker Hollins.
Two-point game with 3:50 to go in the third quarter. Looks like we got a barn burner in store here, partner.
Yeah, Mission Bay opened up a pretty big lead here in the third, and kind of looked like they might control it a little bit, but Cathedral answered right back and trails now only by 2. Bay has the ball, crossover over to Cloud, and now they'll reset. Tough shot, won't go.
Nice rebound.
From Albritton.
Nice rebound by Cathedral.
Ball knocked away. Federico has it. Drives in, tries to pass it in traffic and knocked away. Not a smart pass. 40-38, 3 minutes to go here in the third. Bratu has it.
Cathedral playing a little bit of man right here, switching on the ball screen right there. Nice shot by Mission Bay to get to the line. Cathedral fans don't like that foul. I think it's a little ticky-tack, but I think they made the right call.
That's called on Federico.
That's 3 on Federico right there, so he needs to be careful.
Holler at the line, misses the first free throw. Second one is up, and that one is good.
Tie it with a 3 down here, or get within 1 with a 2. Mission Bay in their man defense right here.
Long shot, Federico can't get it to go.
Had a hand in his face, tough shot right there. Cathedral Catholic comes out playing man, and again, going underneath the screen instead of over the top.
And a travel is going to be called against Cloud, giving it back to the Dons. With 2:16 left here in the third.
And the one thing I've noticed today that the Cathedral Catholic defense is doing that they need to try to correct if they would like to win this game is on these screens when Mission Bay sets these ball screens right here, they need to work over the top of the screen instead of going underneath. They're letting Mission Bay get in wide open three-point opportunities.
Three-point shot up from Prunty, nothing but net. And Prunty drills the 3. That is his third 3 of the game, and we're all tied at 41.
Yeah, he's had a 3 in every quarter today so far.
Mission Bay tries to answer to no avail. Williams has the ball. He'll try to get in the scoring column. Nice spin move, lays it up and in.
And the X-Man with a beautiful move to get his team ahead, take a 2-point lead. Great job. Finally, the X-Man shows up.
A beautiful move that will be on our highlights. And Holler lays it up and in.
Mission Bay answers right back, and that's exactly what they needed to do. Tie game, 43-43. Fantastic effort on both Mission Bay and Cathedral Catholic going up and down the court. This has been a fantastic, fun game to watch.
Bounce down low to Holland, and Holland is fouled as the ball is knocked loose. And the third foul on Albritton.
He's got to be careful right there.
And you lose him, they're in deep trouble, but
got a whole quarter to go right now. Only 1:10 left in the third, so got to play smart basketball.
Tough shot, Holland with the offensive rebounds. Michelle has it, and he is fouled, but they're going to call it on the ground. And who they call this on?
Albritton was right there too. You got to be.
Let's see who they called it on.
Going to be a big.
No, they're going to call it on, I believe, number 2, which is going to be Mabratu.
Albritton dodges the bullet right there. He was right there too, folks, and could have won either one on those guys.
1:04 remaining here in third, all tied at 43. Michelle needs to get it in bounds.
Going to be a 5-second violation.
Close to it. They turn it over anyway, as Mission Bay did a great job defending the inbound. Albritton out. Long 3 and another foul on a jump shot. This one going as Patisse Wilson will head to the line to shoot 3. That's the second time we've seen that
And you got to be a little bit more controlled on defense right there. That play right there will just absolutely take all the wind out of yourselves and kill a team. Sending the guy to the free throw line for 3 free ones. And definitely a good shooter like him, right? It's something you don't want to do if you're the Cathedral Catholic.
And first free throw is good. 43-44, Mission Bay on top with only 54.9 left in the third. Second one up. Second one good. And we'll see if he can go 3 for 3 here. Third one up, and third one no good. That one rims out.
For whatever reason, it always seems whenever anyone goes to the line for 3, they always miss one.
Prunty up to Williams, now to Rosenberg. Down to 40 seconds left in the quarter. Rosenberg over to Michelle, who goes behind his back, then goes off the glass and scores it.
Holy moly, that was a big time play right there. As you said, behind the back, one-hander, runner off the glass. Big time shot.
All tied at 45. Patisse Wilson has the ball stripped away. Michelle has it, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. It will stay with Cathedral.
15 seconds left in this period. Ooh boy, partner, we got a good one brewing here.
15.6 left, all tied at 45. One more quarter to go after this. And who knows, there may be extra time the way this one's going.
I wouldn't complain.
Ball is inbounded over to Rosenberg. 12 seconds, Rosenberg swings it out to Hollins. They're just going to wait for the final shot here, down to 7 seconds. Holland drives in, puts up a tough follow-away shot, and got it to go.
Wow. Big shot after big shot. This is exactly what a championship game should be all about. Oh, he only makes the half court Hail Mary.
Well, Cathedral will head to the fourth quarter with the 2-point advantage, 47-45 here on CIF San Diego.tv.
You can watch a highlights or a replay of today's game in our on-demand section. You can also buy a DVD or Blu-ray of today's game right on CIF San Diego.tv. Click on Buy a DVD. You can order today's game right now. Have a game that lasts a lifetime. Brought to you by CIF San Diego.tv. Looking for a great place to advertise your business while reaching the greater high school community? Then you want to advertise on CIF San Diego.tv. We have great rates for your business while giving you the opportunity to get your message out to a very important demographic. For more information, give us a call at 619-677-3246. Want to have your game broadcast live on the internet? Be able to watch it again and again on demand while making money for your sports program? Want to give your students the opportunity to create their own broadcast for your school's athletic events? Then contact us at info, that's INFO, at kbcsports.com. We offer season packages for schools, a full curriculum for your students, and an opportunity to raise up to $10,000 for your sports program. Again, that's info, INFO, at kbcsports.com, or call us at 619-677-3246. You also want to stay tuned today for the CIF San Diego.tv postgame show, where we will select our player of the game as well as wrap up all the action from this ball game. That's coming up following the game on CIF San Diego.tv.
Just about to start the fourth quarter. Mission Bay will start the fourth quarter with the basketball. Labratu bringing the ball up here for the Buccaneers. Long shot won't go, and we have a foul on the rebounds. The shot that's going against Mission Bay, as Holler's shot was well off the mark.
It looks like Brandon Mikkel came down awkwardly and landed on someone's foot, might have twisted an ankle, limping down the court as the Cathedral Catholic Dons walked down.
And that's the third personal on Vince Patisse Wilson, which is something you want to keep an eye on as well. And now we're in the penalties, so Rosenberg will be at the line shooting free throws.
So that's 3 on Al Britton and 3 on Wilson.
And Rosenberg misses the free throw.
Mission Bay getting in a little bit of a foul trouble situation right here. Two of their best players both got 3.
Batiste Wilson. Now Ratu fires and nails a long 2.
And that's a big-time bucket right there for Mission Bay.
48-47, Mission Bay leads.
This is one exciting game. There's probably been about 10, 15 different lead changes right here, just going back and forth, possession to possession. It's been an exciting game. 7:20 to go in this period, and it's a 1-point game, possibly tie game if he makes this free throw.
And Michelle misses the first of 2. And in the process, somebody picked up their 4th. I'm not sure who they called it on. I think they may have called it on Albritton.
Wow, that's a game changer.
Yeah. So timeout on the court, and we're all tied at 47. They have to score wrong. It was 47-47. They credited Abratu for a 3 initially when it was only a 2. So 47-47, 7:20 left here in the 4th quarter.
You can watch highlights or a replay of today's game in our on-demand section. You can also buy a DVD or Blu-ray of today's game right on CIFSanDiego.tv. Click on Buy DVD, and you can order today's game right now. Have a game that lasts a lifetime, brought to you by CIFSanDiego.tv. Looking for a great place to advertise your business while reaching the greater high school community? Then you want to advertise right here on CIFSanDiego.tv. We have great rates for your business while giving you the opportunity to get your message out to a very important demographic. For more information, give us a call right here, 619-677-3246.
So an exciting game here coming down to the final quarter, and we're all tied at 47. The foul trouble is a story right now for Mission Bay. Meanwhile, Cathedral is struggling from the free throw line here in the second half. Missing 1 and 2 just a moment ago, or Rosenberg missing the front end of a 1-1 just a moment ago, and Michelle missing 1 and 2, and finally knocks down the second one here. And that gives Cathedral a 1-point lead. Tough fall-away shot. And an offensive rebound put up and in by Cloud.
Nice work on the offensive glass by Mission Bay and Cloud. That's a big-time play and a big-time bucket right there. That's hard work and a lot of effort right there to get that bucket. Nice job on defense, staying in front of the defender.
Rosenberg may have gotten away with a travel. Williams, a fadeaway shot from inside the paint. Can't get the roll. He's really struggling finding a shot today.
Mission Bay's doing a fantastic job on defense, staying in front of their defender, shuffling their feet, not reaching in, and that was a great example right there.
Mabratu gets his pocket picked and calls a timeout to save possession. And we have an injured player for Cathedral on the play, and
I think he might have just hit his funny bone on the elbow.
Michelle, too. That would be a big loss if he's not able to return. But
I think he just might have hit his elbow on the ground, and that numbing sensation that goes through your arm and out through your hand when you hit your funny bone right there. Hopefully that's all it is and nothing serious, and he just needs a few minutes to gather himself, and he'll be back.
6 minutes, 30 seconds left here in the fourth. Mission Bay leads by 1. It will be their ball after the timeout, as we still have the injured Michelle on the court. And it looks like he's going to be all right. He's helped up. It looks like it is his elbow, and you're right. When he went down, he probably just went right on it.
I don't know the way they're holding it though. That doesn't look like it's a little funny bone.
It's definitely the elbow.
Broke it. I don't know. That doesn't look good right there for the Cathedral Catholic Dons. And
we'll see if they can attend to him.
If he can't come back, that'll be a huge loss for them coming down the stretch right now with a 1-point game. 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the game. Can't afford that loss.
Mission Bay will inbound coming out of the timeout. Mabratu gets it.
The crowd right here for Cathedral Catholic is getting louder and louder as the game wears on.
3-point shot up, no good, and the rebound comes down to Holland.
I'm watching him down on the sidelines right there. He's able to extend his elbow out. So
Federico drives in and lays it up and in, and that gives Cathedral the lead again, 50-49. And all right, back on the other end, Patisse Wilson.
Patisse Wilson needs to be careful. He was chirping at the Cathedral Catholic Dons, and he almost got called for a technical right there. You need to keep your emotions in check right here. Coming down the stretch with 5 minutes to go. This is crunch time right here. This is where...
Bad pass there by Rosenberg. He's lucky he didn't turn that over. Williams gets in the paint. Flies through and puts it up and in.
Wow, the X-Man making a statement here in the fourth quarter with another big athletic bucket going to the hoop. Finger roll off the glass. Big time play in between three defenders. Great job.
Gets it over to Cloud, and Cloud is fouled.
And still working on McKell over there on the Cathedral Catholic sidelines, but it looks like he can move his arm, so trainer's stretching it out and flexing it. Hopefully for Cathedral, he can get back in the game shortly.
Cloud at the line shooting two and shooting 1 and 1. Misses the front end, and that's a big miss. One-point lead here for Cathedral as we approach 5 minutes to go in the fourth. 5:03 left. Williams drives in, and he's going to get called for a charge.
Yeah, nice job by Mission Bay getting in position. Had their feet planted right there, and X-Man turns his back to the basket, trying to make an acrobatic reverse layup, but runs right into the defender for Mission Bay, and that's a good call on the officials right there. A little bit of out of control play on the X-Man's part.
The crowd is getting loud over here. They can feel it as we are under 5 to go. Bratu has it. Over to Albritton, who's been fairly quiet. Will fire from the free throw line. Can't get the roll. Tip around, and rebound comes down to Cathedral. And now we have a foul called on Patrice Wilson, and that will be, I believe, 4. Unless they called it on him on that last time. We'll see. Yes, it is 4th personal, so he has 4, and I believe Albritton has 4.
Yep. So two best players right now have 4 fouls apiece with 4:35 to go in the game.
And that's 1 and 1 time as well, so Federico will head to the line and try to knock down some free throws.
If you're Cathedral Catholic, you got to drive the ball at those two guys every trip down the court and try to get them out of the game.
Federico misses, and a jump shot is drilled by Albritton, his first bucket here in the fourth, and Mission Bay reclaims the lead, 53-52.
Now, if you're Cathedral, you got to go at those guys, drive it to the rack, try to pick up that 5th foul.
Bad pass by Rosenberg, turns it over, and Mission Bay pushing.
If I was Cathedral, I'd move the offense out towards the top of the key.
And Albritton drains a huge three.
That's a game changer right there. That's a big-time 3 with under 4 to go in the game. Big-time players make big plays in big games, and Albritton's a big-time player, folks.
56-52. Mission Bay opens up a 4-point lead, a little bit of breathing room as we are under 4 to go. Hollins out to Rosenberg. Williams fires, and that's off the back of the rim. Not necessarily the shot they were looking for. Federico has the rebound. He can't finish it. And he is fouled going up, shooting 2. Who'd they call that on?
I believe they called it on Dylan Haller, so Mission Bay's okay, but great effort on Holland's part, getting his 2nd and 3rd rebound and going back up again and getting fouled and going to the line. All hustle on that kid's part right there. Great effort, great job. I like that as a coach.
Federico at the line shooting 2. He's struggled from the free throw line. He's only... He knocks that one down.
He hit every part of the rim and the backboard on that one.
And right now, the loss of, or Michelle coming back in now, so we'll see how he can play with that hurt elbow. But he's a big loss, not only offensively, but on the defensive side.
Looks like he's favoring that left arm a little bit right now. Just wiped his shoe off with his right hand. instead of his left hand.
And Federico drills the second free throw.
Cathedral call a timeout, it looks like. Or immediate timeout.
56-54, Mission Bay has the lead. 3:28 left in regulation.
Want to have your game broadcast live on the internet and be able to watch it again and again on demand while making money for your sports program? Want to give your students the opportunity to create their own broadcast for your school's athletic events? Then contact us at info, that's INFO, at kbcsports.com. We offer season packages for schools, a full curriculum for your students, and an opportunity to raise up to $10,000 for your sports program. Again, that's info, INFO, at kbcsports.com, or call us at 619-677-3246. Catch the best of San Diego Section basketball on CIF San Diego.tv. You can watch a replay of today's game after each one concludes, plus check out the game highlights, player of the game interviews, and much more. Order a DVD or Blu-ray disc of the game. We're your home for basketball in San Diego. CIF San Diego.tv. Today's game is brought to you by the San Diego Hall of Champions. The Hall of Champions, located in beautiful Balboa Park, is the nation's largest multi-sport museum with 3 levels of memorabilia and over 68,000 square feet of space. It's also a great place to host your next big event. For more information, visit the Hall of Champions online at sdhoc.com.
3:28 left here in regulation. Mission Bay leads by 2, 56-54. Cathedral just knocked down a couple free throws to cut the lead in half. It will be Mission Bay basketball. So Mission Bay inbounding. It looks like Cathedral is going to put on a full court press here. And the inbound pass is stolen away, but Cathedral turns it right over
2 on
again.
1. Nice give and go.
And the layup is up and in by Cloud.
Big time play on Mission Bay. One nice unselfish play by number 10, James Cloud, to give it up. And then easy 2 points and a 4-point lead now for the Mission Bay Buccaneers.
And Cathedral had a chance. They stole the inbound pass and then turned it right back over. Williams travels with it, and it gives it back to Mission Bay. 2:59 left.
Cathedral needs to crank up the defense right here. No easy buckets. Look for a full court press coming out pretty soon. Gotta put pressure on the ball. Mission Bay is gonna run some time off the clock. Everyone in the arena is standing now. Tension is building.
Cloud, a tough shot off the glass and got it. Cloud's had a huge fourth quarter.
And he was one of the X factors talking to Coach Dennis Kane before the game. He said James Cloud needs to have a big game for us to be victorious tonight, and Cloud is coming through when it matters most, folks.
Cathedral calls a timeout with 2:26 here in the fourth. They are trailing by 6, 60-54.
Stay tuned right here for the CIF San Diego.tv post-game show where we will select our player of the game as well as wrap up all the action from this ball game today. That's coming up following the game on CIF San Diego.tv. Don't go anywhere, folks. Stay right here.
You got to give Mission Bay a lot of credit. A lot of times they've had the lead the majority of this game, and every time Cathedral ekes closer or ties it, Mission Bay goes on a little bit of a run.
Yeah, and this is a big couple of buckets by Cloud, and great decision-making by Cloud, too, coming down with a 2-on-1 opportunity and not being selfish and trying to take the basket himself, but giving it up to his teammate for an easy 2. And Mission Bay jumped out to a 6-point lead right now with 2:26 to go. So if they can just tighten up their defense, they might have a CIF championship in the wait.
So a big possession coming up here for Cathedral. Time is starting to become a factor. .226 left. Cathedral inbound from the side. Federico Top to Prunty. Prunty fires a deep three off the back of the rim, but an offensive rebound. Now Michelle for three. That's short. And the ball is rebounded by Holland. He puts it up and fouled. So offensive rebound saving Cathedral there.
Nice work on the offensive glass right there, getting second and a third opportunity right there. And now they'll go to the line. He's cutting this lead and go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was going to say that's number 5 on Patrice Wilson. So that's a big loss.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, if this game goes past regulation, that is going to be a huge factor right there. Not to mention there's 2:12 remaining in the regulation.
And Holland misses the first of 2, and missed free throws have been an issue.
Yeah, definitely could say that's the Achilles heel for this Cathedral Catholic team today is free throw shooting.
Second one is up and good. 60 to 55, 2:10 left. They come up with a steal. Michelle puts it up and scores it, count it.
Wow, what an amazing play. Steals the inbound pass and takes it to the rack, gets fouled and finishes and one, steps to the line to make it a 2-point game.
Well, if he can knock the free throw down, he'll make it a 2-point game, and that steal was huge. And I mentioned it, they weren't only missing his offense when he was out with that injury. His defense is huge. He's quick. He's probably the quickest player. And Michelle knocks down the free throw, converts the 3-point play. Another steal. Michelle lays it up, can't score it, and the ball is knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with Cathedral.
Wow, Mission Bay is having all sorts of trouble with the full court press that Cathedral Catholic is now implementing right here. Can't get the ball in bounds. 2 turnovers in a row trying to inbound the ball.
Now they need to hurry up and get it in before they get called for a 5-second inbound is to Michelle. She puts it up and scores it. We're all tied up. Cloud on the other end misses, gets his own rebound, puts it up and in.
Wow. All I can say, wow.
Michelle is fouled up top, and that's going to go against, I believe, Mabratu, and I think that's 5 on him. Let's see who they call that on.
Like, I think, yeah, Mabratu, yeah.
His fourth personal, so he has one more to give here.
So Mission Bay is in some deep, deep foul trouble
And
right now.
you said it, if this game goes to overtime, they're going to be, they already lost one of their better players. And their other 2 top players have 4 fouls. However, Michelle just misses the first of 2. And again, the free throws are killing Cathedral.
Look for maybe Mission Bay to take a timeout if he makes this free throw right here and get a set play going to get the ball inbounds because they've had all sorts of difficulty. And actually, they'll take the timeout before that.
62 to 60, 1:39 left here in regulation. And Michelle, when we come back, will have one more free throw to try to bring it to a 1-point game.
Don't go anywhere, folks. Stay tuned right here on CIF San Diego.tv for our post-game show where we will select our player of the game as well as wrap up all the action from this ball game today. That's coming up right after the game on CIF San Diego.tv.
So you need to make this free throw here, and if I'm Cathedral, I keep doing the same thing. I keep putting on that press, which is causing some havoc. And on the other end, Cloud has just been huge for Mission Bay here in the second half.
Yeah, you might look back at this if you're Cathedral, and if you don't come out with a victory, you might have tried to go to that full court press a little bit early because it's giving Mission Bay and the Buccaneers all sorts of fits on their end.
Cloud has 8 points here in the fourth quarter. Now, Albritton's kind of been quiet in the second half where he's had some big shots. He has 8 points, so I don't want to say quiet, but he's kind of, they need him now, I should say, and he needs to step up now. He's their best scoring threat. If you're a Mission Bay fan, you need to have Albritton out there making something happen, but he has been a force here today. Michelle at the line. Big free throw here to bring this to a 1-point game.
CIF championship on the line. That basket looks like the size of a dime right now.
Michelle puts it up, drills it.
Again, they trapped him in the corner. Mission Bay gets out of it this time.
1 point game. Mission Bay up by 128 left.
Nice ball movement.
Cloud gets it up top to Albritton, over to Mabratu. Now to Albritton, back to Mabratu. Cloud.
Nice ball movement.
Brought to Albritton. Albritton well behind the three-point line. Good defense right now by Cathedral. Mabratu loses it out of bounds.
Wow. Mabratu's got to catch that ball right there. The pass was a little bit offline.
Yeah, he's
but
still got to catch that.
Got to catch that. That is a crucial turnover at this juncture in the game with 1 minute and 11 seconds to go and only a 1 point lead.
1:09 left now. 62-61. Mission Bay has the lead. Prunty on the left wing, up top Federico. He fires an NBA range three, misses. Fight for the loose ball. I don't know if that was necessarily what they're looking for. We have a foul called against Cathedral, but if you're if you're Cathedral, what are you?
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, you're exactly right there. That is not the shot you want. That is an NBA. That's even farther than an NBA range three right there. And with 1 second, a whole minute and 11 to go, you got foul trouble, Mission Bay's in foul trouble. You got to drive, take it to the lane, try to get that foul, try to get some of their best players on the bench, and give yourself an opportunity to win this game.
And what that does now is on the rebound, it forces your guys to go crash the boards and go over the back and get Albritton at the line to shoot too. So a mistake on the shot, and it forces your defense. Well, Albritton misses the 1-and-1, however, so not necessarily.
Actually, that was Cloud, I believe. That was Cloud on the free throw line.
62-61 with 50 seconds left. Prunty on the wing. Throws it up top. Xavier Williams. Williams drives in, and he's going to get whistled for a travel.
Wow, they could have also called a reach-in foul right there on Mission Bay. Mission Bay gets real lucky on the defensive end.
And now you might have to foul if you're Cathedral. You're not right away. Obviously, your defense has been creating some turnovers. So you go for a steal, and if you don't get it, then you're going to have to foul here. Ball is poked away. They get the turnover. Rosenberg drives in. Rosenberg puts it up and score it.
Wow, what a sloppy play of the ball in Mission Bay right now.
And that's a charge. Wait, wow, the official got a charge.
Wow, that's an and one. Holy
No, they wipe it off. It's a charge.
Holy smokes. Holy moly. Such a bad call.
One referee had a charge. The other one had a block.
I thought his feet were moving. That looked like a bad call on the official's part right there.
And if you're Mission Bay, you're furious right now because one referee said that was going to be an and one, and Cathedral almost throws that away. Now if you're Mission Bay, you're going to have to foul. Oh, Cathedral calls a timeout first. 63-62. What a ball game this has been.
Yeah, and the one guy you don't want to foul is Nick Punti, who's an 80% free throw shooter. So if you're Mission Bay, anybody but the captain, number 20, Nick Punti.
Well, you can have your pick here. Obviously, this game's still a long way from over, but on each side, who do you pick for player of the game? You look at Mission Bay, there's a couple guys here. Cathedral, there's a couple people you can choose from. I think if you narrow it down, I think it has to be Michelle for Cathedral, who's...
Yes, I agree. Coming back from injury, too, and having a couple huge steals.
Yeah, exactly. At the Mission Bay, Cloud's had a huge game, although he's had a couple big missed free throws. And then, of course, Albritton's had the hot hand, but...
Yeah, Albritton's been consistently good throughout the entire game, so I think if you're going Mission Bay, you might have to give it to Albritton. But right now, this game's anybody's game right now, and Cathedral's got a 1 point lead right now, so we'll see.
And the Cathedral fans are getting a little bit of Aztec spirit, chanting, "I believe we will win." It will be Cathedral basketball. And if you're Cathedral, you want your best free throw shooters in the ball game right now, because if Mission Bay doesn't come up with a steal in the next few seconds, they're probably going to be fouling. Ball is inbounded over to Rosenberg.
Yeah, if I'm Mission Bay, I just foul right now. Just don't foul. Travel!
Oh
my gosh, that is a huge mistake. Mental block on Cathedral Catholic. I can't believe that, folks. Oh my gosh, partner, that is inexcusable.
They had the ball. You forced it for Mission Bay to foul you, and you turned it over unforced.
Mission Bay, shot clock is off.
So Mission Bay has it. Cloud fires. Can't get it. The rebound is fought for. Goes out of bounds. It will stay with Mission Bay.
11 seconds to go in the game, and Mission Bay is going to have a chance to put this one away right here.
Where's Albritton?
I don't know. You might call a timeout if you're coach right here and try to run a set play. Albritton coming off the
Albritton has it. Albritton fade away. He's hit. No whistle. And now we have a whistle. We have
6.9 on the clock.
We have a whistle on the rebound attempt going back up. Who do they have going up for the shot? They didn't have the foul on Albritton, although it looked like he got hit. There was no whistle on that. It was on the rebound, and then when they went back up with the rebound is...
So 2 shots. It's going to be 2 shots.
And it looks like Mabratu is going to be the one at the line shooting 2.
6.9 seconds at the line, down by 1. Has a chance to tie it, and it has a chance to go. All the pressure on the world is on this kid's shoulders right here. Big time spot.
Mabratu at the line, shooting 2. If he makes them both, they can give Mission Bay a 1-point lead. First one up. First one perfect.
And that's a big confidence booster if you're Mabratu right here. First one goes in, all the pressure's off now. You can't lose the game, and you can give your chance opportunity to win it here if you drain this free throw.
Second one. Up. Perfect. Mission Bay has a 1-point lead. Ball is inbounded to Rosenberg.
No foul. Can't
Rosenberg
foul.
to Michelle. Michelle drives in off the glass, lays it up and in!
Wow, 1.9 seconds. You cannot if you let him go all the way to the rack.
Well, if this holds for the final 1.9.
They called an and one on that. There was a foul called right there too. 1 shot.
And that's on Albritton, so he's out.
Wow.
So there goes your best shooter. Albritton had 21 points fouling out right at his average.
Poor defense by Mission Bay right there. You cannot let them go coast to coast and have an easy layup. And that's exactly what Mission Bay allowed the Cathedral Catholic Dons and Michelle. Now, if he drains this and they hold on and win, will be the
1.9. Yeah, that will. Yeah, he has definitely carried this team on his shoulder in the final couple minutes. But an interesting strategy here. You can elect to miss this on purpose, and if Mission Bay gets a rebound, that's what he does. Because he needs some time, he gets his own rebounds. And that's going to do it. Cathedral wins it. 65-64.
Wow, holy moly. I cannot believe what I just saw.
And that was a smart move. I was about to say that. Miss it on purpose, and at the very least, it's going to take some time off, but I didn't expect him to get his own rebound.
And everyone in Mission Bay is just hands on their heads in disbelief right now.
What a ball game, and that hurts. That's a tough one to swallow. You had Mabratu hit 2 free throws to give you a 1-point lead with about 6.5 seconds left. And Michelle takes it the length of the court and lays it up and in. We're going to step aside. We're going to catch our breath, and we're going to try to get our player of the game. It may be a minute. And we'll try to get him up here as Brandon Michelle, only a junior, he'll be back, had a monster game, including the final layup to seal the deal. 65-64, Cathedral wins it over Mission Bay.
4th and 10 from the 41-yard line for St. Augustine. Kennedy dropping back to pass. Looking left, firing, incomplete, intended for Noland. No penalty flags on the field. Mar Vista will take over on downs, and Jordan Lertique will take that knee. And the Mar Vista Mariners knock off the number 2 seeded St. Augustine Saints at Mesa College in a dominating performance on both sides of the football for Mar Vista. They trailed 14-0 and came back.
Again, down 2-0, facing adversity, and they've really just turned the table around since game number 3. Set an attack, great block made back inside the Maverick zone. A chance there by Bosback back inside the Maverick zone. Ball attacked there by Bosback, a second opportunity by Bosback. Lift violation call. Winner. It's over the net call. Oh my goodness! Bosback reached over on the attack, A Maverick error wraps up the title for the Presentation Panthers. A 15-9 victory in game number 5, and they wrap it up coming back from 2-0 down match-wise and take it 3 games to 2.
36-35 and driving, and oh, baby! Shrigley with the jam, and it was with emphasis. And it's the foul, and listen to these fans.
Do you know who's standing up right behind us? Tony Bland, who is the head recruiter for San Diego State. I think he's drooling. Somebody get that man a napkin.
Quick score on this drive. There goes a handoff to Zeller, trying to go straight ahead, but he is met by Wool. Now he breaks out to the outside, gets across the 30, 35, on the right, 40, midfield. He's running down the sidelines. He's going to go all the way as he's at the 10, 5, touchdown. Patrick Zeller he stood up at the line of scrimmage and broke out to his left to the far sidelines, and he was in a foot race, and he went all the way for the touchdown. Broke a tackle and made it nice and showed his speed as he got outside for the touchdown.
Back in the backfield to the left is Campbell. Hernandez takes a snap, play action to Campbell. Looks down the field. Now here comes the pressure. He's going to be hit. He breaks the tackle, rolls left. Now he's going to cut upfield. He's going to break another tackle, and then another tackle down the sideline. Gets a block inside the 5. What a touchdown! Hernandez goes 33 yards in spectacular fashion, breaking 4 tackles along the way, including 2 in the backfield, and Hilltop has tied this one up at 29.
And reasonably so. He's been doing a good job of leading this offense. Looking for his first touchdown pass of the season for Ray Hudson. And Ray Hudson gets both feet inside the end zone. Touchdown Foothill.
Like you said earlier, 6'2" body frame, and can probably, what we just saw there was getting Randy Moss, was what we call getting Moss. Clearly just leaped over the defender there, landed both feet in bounds.
Grant with a big, strong defensive rebound. He brings it back down the floor again, and another slam dunk. Jeremy Grant can run the point, and he can fly. Huge dunk, 2 big dunks in the last minute.
Bullard trying to close it out. Deep ball, up in the air, Cram. Bringing it back, Arbizo. Cram over in 3, free opportunity. Look for Rodabaugh, no, pass middle, Weimer.
Ball game.
25-19. Foothill wins it 3 games to 1.
Because this kid has definitely proven that he can make things happen here in this ball game.
They will go with him. Bula Graft on a stretch run, just breaking tackles. The little man is in the clear to Tory territory. The 25, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown Knights. What a run, the freshman, Bula Graft.
Ooh, I tell you what. There were at least 3 times on that run that he should have gone down or he should have been wrapped up. Missed tackles there cost La Jolla Country Day as Bula Graft, the freshman running back for Bishops, is able to take it in. And that was a determined run there, Andy.
So 1st and 10. Brandon Lewis in the shotgun. Has time to throw. And he'll fire, and he has a man diving catch. Did he hold on to it? He did. What a catch from Kendall Keys. And that may be the KBC Sports Player of the Week.
What a catch he laid himself out there, and a great throw, as you said. Read it nicely, did Lewis, and really caught his receiver on the go, and just kind of put it out there right on the outstretch of his fingertips. He laid out, and he made it.
He might be called upon to make a crucial kick. 2nd down and 8 after the 2-yard gain on the receiver screen. And Paulson fires across the right seam for Jack Finney, who makes the catch. Stiffs arms the defender at the 50 and is finally brought down at the Amador Valley 45-yard line. Flags flying late on the play. For it. 4th and 3. They figure 3 is easier to get than the field goal at this point. And it's Paulson looking for Finney. Right seam, touchdown. Jack Finney makes the catch bounces off a defender. A 23-yard pass and catch from Paulson to Finney, and the Foothill Falcons are back out in front.
They certainly are. Finney lining up a tight end. I had a feeling that Paulson was going to look right side there as Chase Miller was lined up, receiver far side, but instead it was Finney straight to the post, and Paulson picks him out in stride again. The third catch on the drive for Finney.
Give it to Tyree on an exchange against the zone, do a little three-man weave. This is Tyrell back with it. Tyrell's going to go lob backdoor. Tyree Robinson with a flush.
Now that was nice. Very nice design play.
Uwaba back there. Bogart takes a snap. He's going to run the play. He's going to throw. He's got a man open at the 10. It's underthrown. It's incomplete. No, or is it caught? It is a catch. Wow, juggling catch inside the 5-yard line. Moliga. Was that Moliga pulling that one in? It is Moliga. Boy, that ball was deflected by one of the Falcons, and then Moliga, he lands on the ground and pulls it in. What a catch.
Set up with 3 men in the backfield, back to the wing. This time inside counter to Telefaro. No, they're going to throw this one. He's got a man open. And what a catch! What a grab by tight end Joe Gigantino. He must have bobbled that ball 4 times in the air, and he was actually tipped by the defender and had the presence of mind to keep his concentration and make the grab. Unbelievable catch. And the ball at the 29-yard line of the Eagles, and you can see the defense, they're still bewildered. How did he come up with that grab?
Unfazed, even with 2 defenders around him and 4 big. That's so unconventional for a guy to handle the ball so well. January with the one-hand jam.
He was not going to be denied there. Coming over was Milmo.
Bradshaw Christian's going to bring the starting unit out on the field one more time just to take a knee. 10 seconds left. They better hurry it up. Actually, they're going to try a field goal for Lawson. They're going to run out of time. Are they going to take? There's a snap, and they aren't even going to get the kickoff. They tried to hustle Lawson out there for a field goal opportunity to see if they could get her one. But it does not matter. They don't get the punt off in time. Drew Rickert just got the Gatorade shower on the sideline. Bradshaw Christian is your winner, 62-6. The final score. They are your D6 titleists this year. Here in 2000. 5 seconds left. Clock winding down. Poway has won the title. 56-0 over the Vista Panthers. The championship goes to Poway.
Well, your double wing T option offense down by 5. They're going to have to spread it out. They go with 3 receivers to the near side. That's the short side. 1 solo left. Back to throw. McHugh under pressure. Rolls out of it. Now he's dumped and dropped. And that's the last thing they could handle. And that's not what they could do. Bellarmine now can't stop the clock. 4, 3, and that is going to do it. Santa Margarita, coming back from the dead, has won the Division I State Bowl Championship 42-37 in an improbable comeback against Bellarmine of San Jose. And the Bellarmine players on the field, on their knees, just absolutely dejected after playing just a gut-wrenching football game.
About how he was going to throw the football on this play, and Westlake might have been daring him to do so. Just joking, though, folks. Peros is going to take a knee. He does. That's going to wrap it up. Well, I'll tell you what. Westlake had an outstanding year. They win the Southern Section title, never easy. They went 14-0 coming in. They're going to finish 14-1. And there is no shame in losing to the De La Salle Spartans. De La Salle wins it 35-0. KBCSports.com postgame show. Nino Holmes to serve. Needs a good one. Serve is over. Back in 1. Off Panthers. Here's the chance. Peterson outside. Kuntz. Up in the air. Holmes brings it back.
What a save.
Free opportunity for the Wolves. Peterson to Brown on the slide.
There it is. What a game. Lots of emotions.
The Shasta Wolves have won their first championship since 1999. 34 seconds to go. There's the snap. The knee for Sierra Canyon. They actually don't have to snap the football again.
25 seconds to play, and the celebration is beginning on the far side of the football field for the Sierra Canyon Trailblazers. 15 seconds left. What a third quarter performance by Sierra Canyon. They don't need any points in the fourth quarter, Manny. They are going to take this championship game with a 34-13 win over the LeGrand Bulldogs. Sierra Canyon wins the Small Schools Division Championship by 21 points over the LeGrand Bulldogs. An outstanding performance by Sierra Canyon in the second half.
Before it goes 10 yards.
Here we go. Antizana with the kick. It's a bouncer, and then it's recovered by...
All right, welcome back to CIF San Diego.tv, where Cathedral just pulled out an unbelievable victory over Mission Bay, 65-64. With us now, our player of the game, the catalyst of that comeback, Brandon Michelle. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Walk us through that last play there that you took it the length of the court.
One of their players he hit a free throw, and we knew there wasn't much time on the clock. Everyone was streaking down the floor, and as soon as I got the ball, I knew I had to score, and glad it went in.
Now, what happened with your elbow? Because you guys kind of took, when you went down, your team kind of went down a little bit too, and then you came back and the spark came. So what happened?
Yeah, my arm just got caught under one of the players when I was going for a loose ball, and it was hurting me a little bit, but I didn't want to let it, get in the way of me trying to get back in the game and help my team out. So when I got in, I knew I just couldn't let it become a distraction, and I just had to play through it.
Yeah, you were down by, I believe, 5 when you came back, or 6 when you came in, and you got 2 back-to-back steals, and everything kind of changed from there. I mean, do you focus on offense more or defense more? Because you seem like a heck of a defensive player.
Yeah, we try a lot to work on defense in practice. We live through our defense. We always try to stifle up at the end of the game, trying to stop the other team from scoring, and that really sparks our offense.
Now, this is the third time you guys have seen Mission Bay. Are you tired of them? You done seeing them for a little while?
We're glad we could finish it with a win.
Now, you guys are going to have a home game most likely on Tuesday. I mean, are you guys able to kind of refocus after an emotional win like this and be ready?
Yeah, we'll definitely bounce back. We'll be able to focus. We're going to celebrate it now, but we got work to do next week, and we'll be ready.
All right, man. Heck of a game. Congratulations. Go celebrate with your teammates.
Thank you. Thank you.